Hello, this is Donna and today we're making a project with Pixi Dust Designs. We're going to use this carrot treat box die set, and I have cut 3 of the base pieces. I've cut 6 of the layering top pieces in a little bit darker orange, and then I cut several pieces of the accessories, and we'll go through those as we go through this video. First, we're going to start with this little bunny that's going to peek out of a hole. I'm going to take the feet. I cut the back part of the feet in a light pink color and the top part of the feet in a white. And I'm going to adhere this with liquid glue. I did make sure that the feet matched up. I think there might be a little bit of difference between the two sides of the feet, but really you can't really tell it. I just was checking to make sure that they all lined up correctly. I'm going to do the rest of the feet off camera, but I did want to show you that you have 2 pieces to this feet, the back side and the front side, and you glue those together. After I have these all glued together, I am going to take the belly, which is a light pink piece, and I'm just going to add just a little bit darker pink on the sides. That is going to just give it a little bit more color on the sides of that belly. And then I'm going to take the bunny tail and I was adding a little bit of light gray along the outside and decided that wasn't quite enough. So then I took my alcohol marker. It was a C0 marker, Copic marker, and I just followed the indentation lines to give it a little dimension. Next, I'm going to take the orange base pieces and I'm going to take some orange ink and just take it along the sides and down this middle. That will make a little bit of darker orange along all the sides once this is folded. So I'm just going straight down the middle here, along the tops, and then along the sides. And then I take a little bit of darker orange ink along the layering pieces on the sides, the top, and the top. That'll give it a little bit of differentiation in color for the sides and the middle. Once I have that all done, I can set it aside and I am going to start folding my pieces, the base pieces. I am folding along all the lines and I'm making sure I take a bone folder and really get those score lines in place. That will help when you're putting this box together. It'll make sure that it actually looks square instead of the score lines not being as crisp as they would be if you just used your fingers. And I also do that along the top score lines as well. For my project, you only need to do this on 2 of those base pieces. The other base piece is going to be used for our tags. Once I have that scored really well, I'm going to take all 6 of these top layers, take some liquid glue, and adhere that to the 3 base pieces. There's 2 that go on each base piece. So I'm just going to take the liquid glue, place it in place. It should go in the center so that there's an equal amount of side base piece showing on all sides. And then just hold it down really well so that the glue adheres. Now I'm going to cut a circle into the pieces that I've created. I need one for the box on one base piece, and then for one of the base pieces I'm going to cut a circle in both of them because I'm going to cut that down for the tags. Then I'm going to take, there's a layering piece, cut it in light orange, and I'm going to put that around the circle. So it just makes it stand out, and it also makes it a little stronger around that circle piece. I'm pressing down really good to make sure that the glue adheres and to make sure that there is none of that dark orange showing through the hole that I have there. Once that is all ready, I will set that aside. Next, I'm going to take the base piece that has 2 holes, which is going to be our tags. I'm going to cut off the side fold. I'm going to cut down the middle to make 2 pieces, and then I'm going to cut off these top pieces so that all that is left is really the triangle of the carrot. Next, I'm going to glue my base pieces for my box together. I am using liquid glue here. I add that to the tab and then attach it to the other side. I did that twice with the 2 base pieces, so there's 4 sides. In hindsight, score tape would have been a really good option besides the glue. But I used glue. I just had to make sure that I held it in place and let it dry and adhere really good before I moved on to my next steps. I wanted to make sure that this was well attached. Again, score tape was probably a better option, but I used glue and it worked out well. After that is in place, I added the black piece and added the bunny. I'm going to say my bunnies are wrong here, and I'll go over the right part of the bunny later. I have the leaves cut out, and I am going to add some green ink to darken the sides, just like I did with the carrots, just darkening the sides a little bit. It's hard to see on the camera how it looks, but it does show up really well in real life. Then I'm going to take, for one of my tags, I took 3 leaves, I put them together with some glue, then I add some glue to just the bottom of it, just where it's going to attach to the carrot. I'm going to put them down to where the circle is, where the bunny's peeking out, and just adhere that. Again, ignore my bunny for right now. We're going to go over the bunny at the end just because my bunny is wrong. I didn't look at the instructions before I started putting my bunny together, and I did it wrong. So I will cover that at the end of the video. After I have all the leaves adhered, my box is pretty much done. I took some orange ribbon to hold the box together. I took it through the hole that's already there. And then for the tags, I put 3 leaves on one of the tags and I put 2 on the other so you can see what they look like both ways. I punched a hole off camera in those leaves and got some green ribbon. I'm going to loop that through the holes that I punched for the tags and then just tie it off, and there you have 2 tags that you can put on gifts for your loved ones during Easter. It's very simple to do. If you have a hole punch, just punch a hole where you can on those leaves and it makes cute little tags. I also, as I said, used orange ribbon. You would have to open the orange ribbon to add things into your box. Now let's take a look at the bunny. The arc of the bunny should be at the top. Then you add the tail and the feet. Previously, I had the arc of the bunny on the bottom, and I knew it looked funny, so I went back and fixed it. There you have 2 tags and a cute little treat box that you can use for the Easter holidays. With that, I hope you have lots of ideas of how you can use this for your crafting. And I wish you a wonderful day and happy crafting.